This lesson is pretty easy. It'll be pretty quick. Plain geography, that's not the right word, geometry, lesson 81. So there's a couple of, basically this lesson is all kind of on some vocabulary and talking about how to write different very simple geometry things, which you probably already know. But let's talk about a point. So what is a point? A point is just a location in space. It's just a dot, okay? And we're going to name our points. This is just point A. When we write the name, we just write it as a capital letter. A line is the set of all points. They go on forever and forever. A line never ends. So we always draw it with arrows on each end to indicate that it goes on forever and forever. Now, we're going to have points drawn on lines. The name of this line is line AB. And to write down the name of it, you're going to write it like this. That little line on, first of all, they're capital letters if they're capital letters. If they were lowercase letters, write lowercase letters. And then you put the line on the top so that I know, or whoever you're writing it to, knows that that is a line AB. Now a line segment, while a line goes on for all of eternity, a line segment has a starting point and a stopping point. And let's call this line segment A, B. To write the name of a line segment, you still put the beginning and ending points, and then you put a line on top with no arrows. The no arrows indicates that that is a segment and not a line. And then array. Array has a starting point, and then it goes on in one direction. It can go any direction forever and forever. So let's say that this is ray A, B, and you denote it with an arrow on top. So a line segment, typically just called a segment, and a ray. So let's talk about angles. And an angle, oh, my pen quit working. There it goes. An angle, here's an angle. This, an angle is formed when two rays share a common point. So this is a common point, and you have a ray going this way, and you have a ray going this way, and it forms an angle here. Okay? Now, let me draw a cleaner one here. So we're going to have our common point, ray 1, ray 2. This shared point is called the vertex. And then let's say that this is going to be A, B. So we have ray BA. And then we have ray BC. Now, to write the name of an angle, you always have to read it from the outside in. So you're going to go out, in, out. And you can go either direction. I could go out, in, out as well. So I'm going to name this A, out, in, out. So A, B, C, or C, B, A. All that really matters is that your vertex is in the middle. And to denote that this is an angle, I'm just going to put an angle in front of it. So that angle is either one of these names. Angle ABC, angle CBA, as long as the vertex is in the middle. This lesson also talks about parallel lines. Parallel lines never intersect, and they go side by side exactly. So let's say that we have this line, and we're going to call this line A, and this line B. We can write that line A and B are parallel by doing this, A, and then we're going to do two parallel lines, B. And what this tells me is that line A and B are parallel. That little symbol there of the two lines means parallel. Perpendicular lines are lines that form, it's an angle really, that form a right angle. So let's call this A, let's call this line A, and let's call this line B. And this is not in your textbook yet, but I decided to go ahead and just put it in here. There's a symbol for perpendicular. So this is the symbol for parallel. This is the symbol for perpendicular. Okay? All right, last vocabulary word in this lesson is congruent. And congruent just means that they have the exact same size and the exact same shape. Congruent angles have the exact same measure. Congruent segments have the exact same length. So if I have angle, oh goodness, that's not what I wanted to draw. Here we go. If I have angle A, B, C, and I have angle D, E, F, and I'm telling you they are the exact same everything, that means they are congruent. And so what I can do is I can say angle A, B, C, remember in, out, in, and angle D, E, F are congruent. And the symbol for congruent is an equal sign with a little squiggly line on top. So this is the symbol to mean congruent, and remember congruent means same size and same shape. All right, these are all handwritten on here because, or whatever this is, yeah, it's handwritten on here because I can't type in all of these things. So your homework is going to say something like this: draw these figures, and then it's only going to give you letters. So here's what you need to know. If it's just a capital letter, that is just a point, and the name of that point is A. So no symbol on it, just a capital letter is a point. Now this symbol right here tells me that this is a line, and that the name of this line is BC. This tells me it is a segment, so it has a starting point and a stopping point, and the name of this segment is DE. This is how you denote a ray. A ray has a starting point and a stopping point, and the name of this is FG, and this tells me that it is an angle, and the name of this angle is X, Y, and this is how I write my Z, so I don't like to choose Z. Remember that it goes out, in, out. Let's look at let's look at two more. And in your textbook, if it is a lowercase letter, it's going to be a line, even though it doesn't have the thing denoted on top of it. From what I can tell in this book, if it's a lowercase letter, it is a line. So remember, this is the symbol for parallel. So I can say that line R is parallel to, oh goodness, that's not parallel though, hold on. Line R is parallel to line S, and that's the picture of that. This, remember, means they are congruent. This and this means these are angles. And this is saying angle M. So when it does that, it's just the whole name of that. Angle M is congruent to angle D. And you literally just draw that, and you're done with that. So that's all the information for this lesson. Your homework, because this is going to be too hard to get onto that online thing, you're literally just going to do page 179, and then you can rip that out and turn it in on our next face-to-face.